Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel. Before I start this lesson, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, and the brother Tazim Makamath, come from the camp company of prophets here in Temple, Florida. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach the truth and were well. Peace and salutation to the whole fillet that's scattered abroad. All right. And I just want to go into this, this quote, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, very highly spiritual. But it says, the wolves don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. All right, I'm gonna read it again. It says, wolves don't lose sleep over the opinions of the sheep. Okay, and what it means, it says means that powerful or confident individuals, the wolves, are not bothered by the criticism or judgment of those they consider weak or less influential. The sheep. Okay, now I'm going to jump to this. Let me see. Right here is some examples. Let me see. Let's read this example right here. It says right here to the third bullet point, it says, a confident person might not worry about the opinions of those who are insecure or lack confidence. Okay. There's another one I wanted to show. Let me see if I could look it up again. Let me see. Damn. I thought it was right here. Damn. Let's see. There was another point that I wanted to bring out. I don't know where it went. Damn. Let me see. All right. You can. So, Lord, when I found that, let me see. Okay. The motivational context, right? It says the proverb can also be used in a motivational context, encouraging individuals to focus on their own goals and not be swayed by the opinion of others. Okay. It's spirit. Okay. Hey, because we're coming to the time where, these people, all right, the people of our nation, okay, Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, let's actually grab this scripture in Peter that, right here, 2 Peter 2:1, because we're coming to a time, it's a lot of more scoffers, scorners, okay, coming up and trying to come against the truth. But scriptures say they can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. All right. So all promo is good promo. But see, the thing is, their incredulity is not going to sway us from not believing in our power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay. This 2 Peter 2:1. And it reads, it says, but there were false prophets also among the people. Even also there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Okay. And the Lord has set up true prophets and false prophets. Okay. One that's going to lead the blind into the ditch. Okay. But see, the Lord has set up his true prophets on the scene. Let me grab this one, scoffers. 2 Peter 3:3. Okay. Okay, this is what it reads. It says, knowing this first, that there shall become. Let me read it again. It says 2 Peter 3:3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. Okay. So, hey, we're in those last days. None but scoffers, slanderers, people that come up and talk, shit against Yahweh Shimei Shai. Okay, but really, it's not us that they hate. It's the Lord they hateth, all right? All right, let me see. This is John 7:7. All right. And it says, the world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil. Okay, so look, these people really they despise the Most High. They hate Yahweh Shimei Shai. This is why the wolves don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep, because these guys are not grounded in Yahweh Shimei Shai. These guys are grounded in sand. They're not grounded upon that rock, which is Yahweh Shimei Shai. You got this guy from this Islam dude, okay, bugged out, okay, but he will be considered in the parable as a sheep. Okay, try to sway people. Oh, you know, your God is not real. Da 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 da. Whatever slander he was saying. All right, but look, the elect of Yahweh Shimei Shai, they're not going for that. Okay, because we know what we read is the truth. We know that our power that we serve, all right, the power of Israel, all right, the God of Israel, from Abraham unto Isaac unto Jacob, is our power and none else. Okay, we bring out these prophecies. Okay, and you know what Jake do? They slander and scoff. They say, "Oh, that's not gonna happen." Oh, they say this and that. But the whole time, it's gonna be a time that we're not gonna be on them streets no more. Let's grab this in Ezekiel. It's Ezekiel 12:22. And it says, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Okay. You know how Jake be. They be like, oh, the Lord ain't coming back in our lifetime. And, oh, you keep saying, oh, the Lord gonna come back this year. Which nobody knows, the coming of Yahweh Shai. Only Yahweh. Okay, Yahweh is in full control of when Yahweh Shai is about to come back on the scene. Okay, but does that mean that the Lord's not coming back? Okay. The Lord is sending nothing but prophecies and for things for us to measure the times. But Jake, ultimately, you know what it just comes down to? They were not built upon faith. Okay, they did not believe in Yahweh Shimei Shai. This is why, from the elder apostles on down, this is why they give that wise advice of, a Christian come up, you need to disregard them, man. Okay, because if they don't understand, they need to kick rocks. All right, kick the dust from off the feet. Keep it moving. All right, we're not here to, convince Jake to get it. No, only the elect will understand. Only the elect will get it, have faith, and come back and return to the true names and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Verse 23. Tell them, therefore, thus saith Yahweh Shem Shai, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. Okay? And the Lord is making that proverb to cease right before our eyes. Okay? Right before our eyes. Because we see prophecy happening every day that we wake up. Every day that, the Lord has given us life to wake up, we see the things that's going on upon the earth. Let's grab this, 2 Ezra 15 and verse 2. Well, let's start from the top. 2 Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh Shai, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Okay, which shows you that the Lord inspired the prophets, to write down the scriptures and, for what we have today. Because everything the Lord has written and said and given to the prophets, they came to pass or are going to come to pass in the near future. All right, verse 3, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Okay, so don't let don't let their unbelief trouble you. Don't let their their talks of vanity and foolishness, their thoughts of how they think fool you. All right, because what it says, verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their own faithfulness. So, should we be losing sleep and caring about the opinions of others? No. Okay, our focus is pleasing Yahweh Shem Shai, and ultimately that the Lord give us mercy. Romans 3 and 3. It says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? God forbid. Many know. Right. With you not believing, in the Bible and the true power of Yahweh Shem Shai, does that stop the Lord from raining fire upon America? Did that stop from the Lord flooding the whole earth? Okay, you see all them unbelievers during the time of Noah, his family, okay, were the only ones saved. Okay, out of all the rest of the people, they were devoured in the flood, in the water. They drowned to death. Okay, but hey, out of all those people versus just Noah, did their unbelief stop the prophecy of water to fall down and to flood the earth? No. Did during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, what pure wickedness that was going on there? Okay, did that stop the Lord from raining fire upon Sodom and Gomorrah? No. Okay, which we lead up to now. Okay, there's so many people that don't believe. Hey, but guess what? MOTB is still gonna be pushed. World War III is still gonna happen. Nukes still gonna be flying off. Okay, so let's read Romans 3 and 4. God forbid, yet let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Okay, no man could just stop the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay. Romans 9, it says, who Romans 9, it tells you, roughly paraphrasing, it says, who has resisted his will? Okay, not one. So nobody has, resisted the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, because we're all ordered and ordained by Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, it says the saying, wolves don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep, means that powerful or influential individuals also disregard the opinions of those they consider weak or less important. Um, there was another um, AI overview that I wanted to grab. Mm. All right, it says focus on self-interest. And it says it implies that those in power may act according to their own desires or goals, regardless of how their actions might affect others. Okay. Hey, you know, we're going to continue to push the word of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're going to continue to please Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's not going to, and everything else is not going to stop us from doing that. Only the one who could stop us from doing that is Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? We're not worried about, these unfaithful people, because we know they're not pleasing the Lord. Hey, the Lord said it's impossible to please him if you don't have faith. If you don't even believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, his name, his son, the Lord is not looking at you. So, hey, does that stop us from doing the work? No, we got to continue to do the work, because we want the Lord to be pleased with the works we're doing for him now. Okay. Hey, so, Lord willing, let's been edifying. Grabbed a couple scriptures, to this heavy parable. Okay, in Proverb. All right. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, let's been edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakudash. Till next time, I say Shalom.